DJ MTV.
Join APC and get your sins forgiven, Jonathan tells Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. Plus, I am partly Fulani, says Femi Fani-Kayode. Plus, Ifeanyi Ubah gives reason he will withdraw from November 6 Anambra State governorship race. Hi guys, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you, depending on the location you're watching us from. Very big welcome to you. This is DJ MTV Daily News Update, your WhatsApp channel where you get the latest and the best news all around the world. If this is the first time I've seen any of our videos, do take a step further, subscribe and turn on notification bell so you'll be one of the first person to get notified each time we post a new video. Let's go straight up into the main news. Following the last week red carpet reception accorded to former ministers of aviation Femi Fani-Kayode at the Aso Rock Villa for defecting to the ruling party, the All Progressive Congress chieftains in Niger State, Jonathan Vasta, has encouraged separatist leader Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho to defect to the All Progressive Congress and have their sins forgiven. It was reported that Jonathan Vasta, who was the spokesman of the All Progressive Congress in the state, said it is shocking and embarrassing that those who were branded looters of the country's treasury have been given red carpet receptions at the presidential villa, adding that this has further put to the question the anti-corruption stance of the present administration. Addressing newsmen in Minna, the former Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism asserted that I will not be surprised if Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho join the All Progressive Congress and are released from detention with the best of the reception accorded to them. That is the level of desperation that the All Progressive Congress found itself in. No matter the level of your corruption, when you join All Progressive Congress, you become a saint. It is so sad and very unfortunate, adding that treasury looters are now heroes in the All Progressive Congress. Everything is finished. The party has lost direction. Jonathan Vasta pointed out that the desperation at which those that were called thieves yesterday are being wooed and coerced into the ruling party is not only an embarrassment but a confirmation that the party is struggling for survival at all costs. While expressing his disappointment, he said, I am dumbfounded and shocked not because Femi Fani-Kayode defected to the party, but the kind of red carpet reception accorded to him and in Aso Rock before the chief anti-corruption crusader himself. All Nigerians, including Mr. President, knows the controversy surrounding the 2 billion naira Port Harcourt Airport runway contract under Femi Fani-Kayode as Minister of Aviation and his involvement in the Dusaki Gate. It is so sad to see those who looted the country with recklessness, abandon, and contributed to the economic problem the country is facing today, being received as heroes for defecting to the All Progressive Congress and being received by the president himself. I have said this before and I am saying it again, that the All Progressive Congress needs to apologize to Nigerians that it has missed it. We failed this country in totality, and the honorable thing to do is to say we are sorry. When we are beginning to eat our vomit, it means that the entire system has entered reverse gear. The party has continued to demarket itself before Nigerians through the action of its leadership every day. I wonder what value some of these defectors are to the party. The All Progressive Congress as a party is beginning to behave like an illegitimate child looking or struggling for survival at all means. Meanwhile, in other news, Femi Fani-Kayode has said that he is partly Fulani. The former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani-Kayode said this to newsmen during an interview section in Abuja. He said, and I quote, "My maternal grandfather was a great and powerful Muslim cleric and scholar by the name of Sheikh Nuruddin Said. He was from Ilesha. He was also a civil servant and he has spent a good deal of his adult life in Lagos. His father, that is my maternal grandfather, was a pure Yoruba man from Ilesha. However, his mother, that is my maternal great-grandmother, was a pure Fulani woman from Sokoto State. My grandfather, Sheikh Nuruddin Said, who was half Fulani and half Yoruba, got married to my grandmother, Alaja Abika Ni Williams, who was a pure Yoruba woman. She was also known as Mama Ofin. She was from Lagos and she was a daughter of Alhaji Isa William, who was a key leader in the Muslim community and the richest businessman and trader in the whole of Lagos in his days. Sheikh Nuruddin and Alaja Abike had 3 children, and the youngest of those children was my dear mother, Mrs. Adi Adinu Fani-Kayode. She was born into a Muslim family and she practiced Islam all her life until she met my father, converted to Christianity, and then they got married. It is very clear from the foregoing that my mother had 1/4 Fulani blood in her and I have 1/8 Fulani blood in me. Out of respect to the Muslim side of my family, that is the Saidi and the Williams, all of my father's children have Muslims' name as well as Christian words. Mine is Abdul Latif. Amazing, isn't it? When some other people say that I am anti-Islam and anti-Hausa Fulani, I just laugh. They know little about me, my heritage, my bloodline, which unlike most I take very seriously, my background or my thought processes. I am a proud son of Nigeria, a son of the soil, and I have deep ancestral and spiritual roots in at least 2 of the 3 great Abrahamic faiths. Even though I and my immediate family are practicing Pentecostal Christians, I have Ife, Ijesha, Isako, and Fulani blood running through my veins. This is my heritage and I am very proud of each and every one of these bloodlines. The fact that I can trace my lineage and my bloodline to Ife, Ilesha, Abeokuta, Lagos, and Sokoto embodied, enriches, and strengthens me. The fact that some members of my family are Christians and others are Muslim excites and enables me. I am a true Nigerian, and regardless of our numerous challenges in this country, I will love and live in Nigeria till the day I die. Femi Fani-Kayode noted. Meanwhile, on other news, the Anambra State governorship candidate of the Young Progressive Party, YPP, Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, has vowed he will quit the November 6th election if anyone could find out that he owes any bank in Nigeria. He said he has prepared well for the election, adding that he has refused to answer any of the allegations against him because he is focused. Speaking with news reporter at Nnewi, his hometown, the senator of Anambra South said no bank in Nigeria would accuse him of taking any form of loan from it. He said his investment in the nation had made it so, adding that he spent his personal money during the 2015 presidential election when he was in charge of Transformation Agenda of Nigeria, TAN. According to him, some of the politicians who are contesting the November 6th election against me don't have anything to fall back on. The chairman of Capital Oil and Gas added that he had invested in good businesses that could sustain him for life, even if he fails to win the election. However, he made it clear that he had confidence in the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in conducting a credible election in Anambra State come November 6th. I don't think anyone will rig Anambra State election. I don't see that happening. Every vote in this election must be counted. The era of they will rig election is gone, and I don't think such a thing will happen again in Anambra State. Anybody trying to do that will fail. The eyes of our people have opened. if any candidate or party is planning such, they won't succeed. Ifeanyi Ubah has prepared very well and ready for the election. I am bringing so many innovations into this November 6th governorship election. I am not afraid of any party or candidate. We are all meeting in the battlefield, Ifeanyi Ubah noted. So guys, here we have it. We saw Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, the candidate of the YPP for the Anambra State governorship election scheduled to hold November 6th, coming out to say that he will drop from the race if any bank could come out and say he is indebted to any of them. And he has said that he doesn't think that this Anambra State governorship election will be rigged by anyone. He said he believes in INEC that they will conduct a free, fair and credible election. He said he has brought so many innovation and is still bringing more innovation into the November 6th governorship election. But above all, he made a statement and he made it very clear. He said even though he loses the election, he has invested enough in himself and in the country that he cannot be broke and he cannot suffer in any way. So guys, concerning this, do you think he's boasting or he's just trying to speak his mind? He also said that he's not scared of any of the party, not APGA, not the People's Democratic Party, not the All Progressive Congress, that they will all meet in the battlefield and they will slug it out. Now guys, the question is to you. Do you think that Ifeanyi Ubah will win the Anambra State governorship election come November 6, 2021 or not? Again, we saw Femi Fani-Kayode, who just deflected to the All Progressive Congress, coming out to say that he is partly a Fulani man. He gave us the history of how he became a Fulani man. His maternal grandfather also is a Fulani man. Therefore, he has 1/8 of Fulani blood running in his vein, and this is coming from him some days after he had deflected to the All Progressive Congress. Again, we saw one Jonathan Vasta and APC chieftains in Niger State coming out to say that he wouldn't be surprised that if Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho is being welcomed to the All Progressive Congress so as to get their sins forgiven. He said that the APC is beginning to go back to their vomit and it doesn't see the APC sticking to what it stands for. They are trying to get all party members across to the APC at all costs. He said the APC has failed Nigeria and what they need to do now is apologize. He's saying this because of the recent defection by the former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani-Kayode, who defected into the party and was given a red carpet reception in Aso Rock by Mr. President himself. In his statement and then a question which he asked, how can looters be welcomed into the APC? And that's the same question I'm asking you, my viewers. How will someone who looted Nigeria join the ruling party because he wants to get his sins forgiven? So guys, what do you think about it? Do you think that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho joins the APC, their sins will be forgiven, or do you think that they will never agree to that? Drop your comment in the comment section below. Do not forget to like, share and comment on all our videos. Do follow us on all our social media platforms. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on our YouTube channel, and also check us out on our website www.djmtv.news. Until we come your witness, and do not forget, this is DJ MTV Daily News Update. Thank you for watching till the end.
Yeah.
DJ LTV. DJ LTV.
Fulani people don't say no, they don't like us.
Welcome to DJ MTV.
DJ LTV. DJ LTV. DJ LTV. DJ LTV.
Some of the delegates and ask them questions.
DJ LTV. DJ JTV. DJ JTV. DJ